We are all aware that the share of manufacturing in the GDP of our country has been stagnating around 15 to 16%. A number of speakers have talked about it. And the goal of the government of India is to increase this share to 25%. And we simply cannot depend upon domestic consumption to achieve this higher growth. The global markets have to be our target. If our manufactured products have to compete in the global market, then manufacturing excellence is the only way to go. In addition, innovation has a strategic value in areas such as defense, space and missile missions and telecommunications from the perspective of the security of our country. And in fact, the state of Telangana is very well poised to take advantage of the opportunities in the aviation and defense sectors. Hyderabad, as you all know, is the home to a large number of defense and aerospace-related research organizations, the DRDL, the DRDO, DRML, BDL, Mishra Dhatu Nigam, Research Center Imarat, and other organizations. And the recent relaxation by the Government of India allowing up to 49% FDI in defense places Hyderabad in an excellent position to attract new domestic and international investments in this particular sector. However, we need to ensure that our manufacturing capabilities, both in the state and in the country, meet the precision requirements of the highest international standards and local innovation, only to keep us independent of international defense equipment suppliers. There is no doubt that Indian manufacturing companies need to increase the productivity of their plants and quality of their production if they have to stay competitive in the global markets. The automobile sector is one example where there's been a complete turnaround, as been pointed out by Mr. Lakshman, that from supplying spare parts, we are now on to OEMs. The ratio has actually flipped. Indian manufacturing needs both deep technical and excellent capabilities within the firms, as well as those stretching across multiple levels of the chain of ancillary and associated suppliers. It has been found that Indian manufacturing firms are unable to map the key requirements in terms of managerial processes that contribute to manufacturing excellence for themselves as well as for their vendors and customers. If we look at the innovations that come out of Indian industry, the picture is not really very rosy. Of all the new patents that are filed in India, less than 25% of them are from purely Indian companies. Reverse engineering and jugaad are still the popular ways of launching new products in India. Reverse engineering was also a very effective strategy which was adopted by China, but about a decade ago. But today China competes with the US and Europe in original ideas, new patents and innovations, even in the most sophisticated technologies and sectors. Commitment to innovation requires leadership as well as an investment in technology and skill development training. However, worker skill upgrading is necessary and may not be a sufficient condition for firms aiming for long-term sustainable productivity improvement. Application of technology and R&D become critical building blocks for firms seeking quantum leaps in innovation. Conversely, to successfully bring out productivity improvement, technology application alone may not be sufficient. Skilled manpower is required, and I think this has been addressed by the speakers before me. It's really critical. This means the resources, mainly by way of money to pay for the investment in R&D, buying new technology and skill development training, it would be required. I would think that given a desire to achieve manufacturing excellence and innovation, it would be easier for the large corporate houses rather than the MSME sector who have the deep pockets to plunge into this research and innovation activity. Small and medium enterprises play a vital role for the growth of Indian economy by contributing almost 45 to 50% of Indian output and 40% of exports, employing 60 million people, creating 1.3 million jobs every year. And they produce more than about 8,000 quality products. For every 1 crore of investment made in the MSME sector, about 4 jobs are created directly, whereas for every crore invested in the large-scale sector, only about 1 to 2 jobs are created. As we all know, the MSME sector has survived marginally over the years, and there are very few MSME industries that have any cash surpluses to invest in technology or training or innovation experiments. Paradoxically, it is this very lack of quality that prevents the MSME products from being globally competitive. MSMEs today are trapped in this vicious cycle, and it is the sector that I wish to address a little bit today. The desired growth in the manufacturing cannot be achieved by growth in the large-scale sector alone, and since almost 50% of the investment in manufacturing sector is in the MSME sector. This calls for an upgrading of skills and technology infusion in the MSME sector.